How's everybody doing out there today? Hope you're all enjoying the games. I'm sure enjoying casting this right now for you guys. We're in the finals of the SC2Links.com $100 StarCraft 2 Open number 3. This is game number 3. It's tied up 1-1 right now. And in the top right hand corner of the screen, he won the first game convincingly. Second game lost to a 3-gate pressure when trying to expand. It was quick 3-gate pressure though, so I can't blame him for it. And it was controlled by a really good player. But he's a really good player himself. From the Team Millennium, Tarson. And in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, he's a Protoss player. Took down that last game handily. Really good control. He's been kind of cheesy today. What will he do now? And what will he do next? From the Team Slayers, he's Arthur. Alright. So the voice is getting a little scratchy now. But hopefully it sounds very nice for everyone at home. Very nice. We have got Gateway and Barracks going down now. And let's see where this probe decides to make his journey out on the map. I do believe GSL and Tomb Valley, this is cross-spawn, but I am probably wrong on that. Tarson will let me know. So it looks like he is actually going to go down to the bottom right as well, so looks like that isn't the case, especially since both players are scouting in opposite directions. Gas going down for Arthur here. He's going to start mining from that immediately. We do see no gases taken for Tarson. And Marine on the way. He's probably going to drop down a command center right after his orbital command goes. Just like that. Is Tarson interested in scouting on this map? And I don't blame him. I see a lot of Nexus firsts out of Protoss on this map, which can be very annoying to deal with, especially if you scout it late. But regardless, it does look like Tarson's going to get up into the base of Arthur. Let's see what he sees. Just a gas, a gateway, and a cyber core. Same thing you saw last time. Bunker going down. This seems to be a very, very common opener in this matchup. Very, very common opener in this matchup, and we're not shocked why. Because the Terran actually needs to get this economy going to compete with the Protoss production. Pardon me while I take a drink real quick. We do see a probe out here and a stalker moving out on the map. Zealot checking for any type of proxies. Proxy Banshee is something that you can actually do. If you're interested in doing one-base builds against Protosses, there are a variety of Marine tank style builds and some Cloak Banshee builds that have been coming out. But again, looks like Arthur's just going to go with the 3-gate build. Why fix that which is not broken? The mentality. This SCV hidden down here is pretty interesting. It's going to be useful, especially when he needs to try to go scout to see if there's an expansion up, if there's a 3rd expansion up, a 2nd expansion up. I think he's more interested in whether or not the 2nd expansion is going to go up. But again, it is going to get scouted out, and this is really, really, really bad for Tarson. Oh, wait a second. Did he mismicro that stalker? I think he may have mismicroed that stalker. Maybe he is going to see no expansion. And the reaction is immediately to drop down bunkers. Immediately to drop down bunkers. Production is going to be going. He needs to make sure he does not get supply blocked, and he needs to make sure that he has enough units to defend this. There are 3 stalkers out in front of his ramp. If he gets around to this side, he can literally just warp in up on this area and attack that expansion with free will. It doesn't even matter that there's bunkers over here. If he gets up here, the game is almost over. So he does scout this out. Tarson does see. He is just going to get over here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to try to warp it on the high ground. And here come the stalkers, and this expansion is not going to be able to stay here. Oh, man. It's not going to go down, but it is going to get damaged a little bit. And that was just a good strategic play here from Arthur. He is stuck up here to a degree. Tarson will still be able to create the double SCVs at a time, but you know, Tarson's not really in that bad of a position. He's on three racks. The problem here is going to be if Arthur just decides to bust from this angle. The fact that this bunker is in the back means that it's not going to be firing out. And here we go. Gonna have to back up. This is a strange position. Arthur is stuck. He can't get out. It's almost as if he's fully committed to this, and he actually is fully committed to this. But he's only on 3 gates. You know, why not add a 4th gate? Good targeting here from Tarson, coming around to a corner where Arthur cannot attack, and here comes the engagement. That bunker's going to go down so quick. Not a good spot for Tarson. And it's going to go down, and the pylon's going to remain with 7 HP. That's even worse for Tarson. Here we go. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it. Is he going to be able to power through? He does have enough units. Stim is so close. Stim is so close, but he's not going to have any bio units by the time Stim finishes. Oh, Stim is done now. Will he use it? SCVs are doing a really good job at blocking these stalkers. If he stims up, he may be able to pick off these very low health units, and he does! Tarson's going to hold! Oh, 2 stalkers getting warped in. These units are at such low health, but this pylon is not going to last much longer. He does get the 3 stalkers up, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to take down, especially with the full health Marauder. No concussive, which could really help in this situation, but he's still got the 2 command centers up. He's been producing double SCVs. Those stalkers need to be extremely careful. He has not been producing double SCVs. He's been fully committed to producing his army. Meanwhile, Arthur's made 31 probes. He's just dropped down to Nexus, and there's nothing Tarson can really do but try to get his command center back down on the low ground. He's going to make a starport here, which is going to be extremely useful. Picking off that stalker's great too. It's not too impactful because I don't think he's going to be moving across the map. He is going to push out possibly to the center to see what he can do. This probe is going to sneak around, and where's his track going? Where is his track going? To scout out to see whether or not the command center goes back down. So look at this good positioning of the map from Arthur here. He is going to need some force fields here. I mean, this army does not have optimal health, but this is not a lot of units at all for Arthur. Not a lot of units at all. Stim is done. His force fields are going to have to be crisp. Concussive is done. And they're okay. They're good. They're real good. Marauders are still alive, though. That's going to be a problem, and he is going to have to turn around. So that may have been an overextension there from Tarson. He probably should have kept those units alive with these medevacs now coming out and would have been able to heal them. He didn't really get the cost efficientness that he wanted. He gets 1 stalker. 1 stalker. Next is going down. Probes have been transferred. Tarson well, he has caught up to the probe production, and we are going to transfer into a somewhat normal game. Alright. So that 3-gate pressure has been very effective for Arthur. The guy just has really good control, really good positioning of the units by bringing them up there onto the high ground and getting that warp in. That was really, really cool. But we're going to see what happens here. Alright, robotics facility. I'll put the production tab back on there. He is going to be getting his combat shields for his Marines. He does have medevacs up. Doesn't have the amount of much gas as he probably wants to. It's probably just going to take down another one now. Factory's going to go out and float. Will we see another proxy pylon come up here? Nope, it just looks like he wants to see whether or not there's a 3rd base coming out. But alright, now that Tarson has a medevacs, he is correct in assuming that he can move out on the map. There's actually not a lot of units over here for Arthur. He is going into heavy pro production, and with the additional medevacs coming out, nope, just these 4. He is going to have a solid footing to heal that bio. +1 just started, so he doesn't have any advantages in terms of the upgrades. We do see the fact that the +1 armor is being upgraded. Quick stim up. Can scout out the army to base in there, and this might be a mistake if the force fields are good, but the force fields miss. And that Marine! For a little slide there. First immortal out. That should shut this down. That should shut this down. We'll see if Tarson wants to continue to play with some dynamite here. A lot of sentries getting morphed in. The force fields are so critical in this engagement to make sure that there is no type of running around and kiting of your army. You can really partition off the Terran units and taking advantage of that sense. Looks like Tarson does want to transfer into the third base. He hasn't dropped one down yet, and it looks like he may have been supply blocked temporarily there, but no command center. He does have 500 minerals now, so we'll probably see that soon. And it looks like Arthur, on the other hand, just wants to get his immortals out and continue with his production. He has transitioned up into 5 gates, 1 robotics facility. No Colossus Bay on the way, but he is going into +1, whereas +1 has been about halfway done for Tarson here now. Catching that pylon is a very good move. Will he catch the probe? And that probe is shaking in his boots, and he will survive. So though he's gotten the pylon, the probe survives. And is he going to take out this observer? Yes. Oh, no. The observer does turn around because it sees the map. It sees what is going on and the fact that there is a lot of bio moving out right now. Ghost County on the way with this third being planted down at the expansion. A block with the factory here. And we see this Marine getting a slight scout in. We still know that there are so many sentries, though. He has to be so careful about those sentries. I think as long as he can secure his third base up, he is in a slightly better position than his opponent. The observer did not see the fact that this army has moved all the way to the front and is loading up to drop at this point. Would have been very beneficial for him to see, but this army is going to appear much smaller than it actually is with this medevacs filled up. Good production here out of Tarson's base. He's got 5 barracks up, 2 reactors with 3 tech labs, researching Mobius reactor, and yeah. Let's see when he decides to actually push in with this drop. Will the drop bring the units back, and will he push in with the front? Will he push in the front with moving units to the back? Looks like he's going to go in first with the drops, and Arthur can see this now. If he's looking, he transfers partially all of his stalkers back there, and he scans up Tarson to see what's happening. And I don't know if these stalkers are actually going to be able to get in here. Look at these building placements. There's only going to be a few of them stopping in at a time, and they're into a concave. This is not good positioning for Arthur. And he's taking out probes. All these zealots are going down. Oh, and this was not a cost-efficient trade for Arthur at all. This drop is still going on. If he can get the medevacs out, that'd be great. He doesn't actually need to at this point. He killed so much right there, and really taking a supply lead. The sentries are really going to be a force when it comes into this open field, though. Can he cut it off? Just a few of them get cut off. Not as many as he would have liked, and the army for Tarson is actually huge. It is growing out of control with these additional, with these barracks going down here now. He should be getting a lot more production out of this third base coming up as well. And I think this has triggered Arthur to say, wow, I really need to make a move here. I really need to make a move and do some damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We have so many Marauders out on the field. We've got 17 Marauders against 13 Stalkers, 25 Marines against 6 Zealots. 4 Immortals are going to make a huge difference, but we've got 3 Ghosts on the map. He's takes out the Obs. These 3 Ghosts all have EMP, and it's going to be crucial. Are they going to hit the EMP? They hit the hugest EMP! Everything gets hit with that EMP, and that is going to... If that doesn't make Arthur back up, he is just going to die here. He's just going to die here. Really, really, really cool stuff out of